Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another disturbing episode with your boy Jet Ski Chuck. Creepy and scary videos that will keep you up all night. So I hope you guys are ready because we're going back to back with another live. For entertainment purposes only. This entire video is for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research on everything. Gentlemen, welcome back. Mic check, mic check. Let me know if you guys can hear me all right. Where's my music at? There it is. Uh-oh. The Sage Morales. Welcome. Official Buckled Up Bucko. How we guys doing tonight? Let me know if you guys can hear me all right and drop where you're watching from. As I wet my whistle. Bad kitty in the building. Ooh, right on time. Not missing it tonight, says April. What's good, April? How you feeling? Indigo King, loud and clear. Nick Nameless in the building. It's official now. Rumac, I see you. Real Rumac in the building. April in Ohio. Let's go, everybody. Kitty Boo. How you do? How you guys feeling today, man? We got an interesting one today, man. We're diving into the Millennial reign, Satan's little season. We got some more Egyptian flooding. Shout out to my lunch break. We're gonna be diving into that continuation from yesterday. But of course, you know I got some disturbing, creepy, mysterious TikToks we gotta react to first. Let's make sure everyone's in here before we get started. Colorado Springs, man, I hear Colorado's beautiful. Blessed. Let's go. Arizona in the building. I see you, Catherine. Catherine. You know I love y'all, right? Y'all need to know that. I love with y'all, man. Anybody mess with y'all, they gotta go through me first. And I mean that. Denise, let's dive. Feeling great, jet ski. It's alive. That's super. Oh, let's go. I feel like you guys are all my friends too. Thank you for that, Catherine. Who said save big money? There must be a Menards on here somewhere. Somebody said save big money. No, Menards ain't up here. I don't think. Oh no, I did not get a chance to look at my messenger. I'm gonna have to check that out. Again, guys, we might be diving into that messenger again. Or try to. If we get time tonight after we cover everything. Where's my music? There it is. Is everybody in here? We're still waiting for how many people we got in here, gang? Heal for all. Watching from England. Shout out to the UK. I can't find any good fish and chip spot where I live, man. You guys in the UK. Fish and chips is one of my favorite foods, y'all. And I got none where I'm at. It's like they can't cook fish to save their life. I tried frying fish. I mess up every time. I need to get that, how you guys do it in the UK. Like you make your batter. Like that Long John Silver's batter. You know, it's like a batter. And then you guys dip it. We at 166. Oh, we ready. We gotta dive. All right, guys. Scotland. Anu. I like that name. Anu. Why does that sound familiar? Like Scotland. How beautiful is it in Scotland? I gotta do my setup so I'm not breaking my neck. You know, I got my head on a swivel looking at chat. Straight swivel, y'all. I can't even pronounce some of your names. What's good, AJ? All right, we're ready, y'all. The piano's almost done. You know I love my pianos. Anunnaki. Kim said Anunnaki. I don't think Anu's short for Anunnaki, is it? I love my community, man. We got the best community on YouTube. All like-minded. You know? I feel like our paradigm is there. All right, guys. We got a banger. Let's get started. First up. Plane surrounded by what exactly? UFO surround plane, possibly?
On December 16th, 2023, a passenger aboard United Flight UA 2359 from Chicago O'Hare to Newark pulled out their phone mid-flight, only to record the plane surrounded by many hovering lights. These lights didn't match standard aircraft navigation signals, and drones were quickly ruled out since they can't reach the plane's cruising altitude of over 30,000 feet. Some enthusiasts examined flight tracking data, but found no conclusive evidence linking the lights to known aircraft. Some skeptics say it was just normal air traffic. But if that's true, why don't we have countless videos like this from busy airspaces?
We brought up some excellent points as we try to reverse engineer this creepy TikTok. They're high in the air, and we see that one has like this guy right here, it has like a ring around it like Saturn. Did you guys see that? And there's multiple. If I was on a plane and I looked out my window and I saw that, I'm like, man, those are them orbs. They look tiny though. Like it couldn't be another plane, could it? Like I would say that is like the size of a car if you ask me. Super tiny UFOs. And look, there goes that Saturn looking orb again if I can catch it. There it is. Bow. It's hard to AI edit that stuff, you know. So I call, is this AI generated? I think not. What do you guys think? Weather balloons? It's got that Saturn, you know, ring around it that makes me, you know, question. You know, what could it be? All right, guys, we got another one captured on a trail camera in the Appalachian Mountains. Is it real or fake? Is it a rake? A pale crawler cryptid? What is a rake? I need to find out that software so we can start decoding stuff. Deepware scan. I guess when people say it's deepware scan, there's no AI detected. I've dabbled a little bit with AI, and I can look at this and see that it's not AI generated. Like, you know, like you'll see like distortions, but you see all four limbs staying intact while this thing is walking. I don't even know where the Appalachian Mountains are, but I don't want any parts, to be honest with you. Barry said, show us some gems. I got my real gems upstairs. I got geodes and stuff. They're not used to the gravity and can't stand or walk. Damn, how did you know that? You sound like you're well versed in the cryptid ways. Fake or a deformed wolf. There's no way that's a wolf. Look at his head. This looks more like a humanoid that's trying to adjust. And you see the glowing eyes. This is terrifying. Said show some more Bigfoot. Yeah, I'm a fan of Bigfoot myself, man. The more Bigfoot videos I watch, the more I start to think, man, like Bigfoot might really be not just one, and there might be a whole colony of them things. Because I showed one on Dark Waters 9 where someone captured a picture in Michigan where it was like a Sasquatch holding something. We couldn't tell if it was a deer or if it was a baby Sasquatch. Let me pull it up real quick. So you can bear with your boy for 2 seconds. Fire Marshal Bill, let me show you something. Drop Fire Marshal Bill in the chat. Let me show you something. Dark Waters 9. Yeah, so look at this, y'all. We'll do the full screen. Look at this.
But I've sent it to
Creepy as that.
photo. It looks like it's crossing the river. It's an amazing photo. This is what he writes. My cousin was kayaking on the Cass River in Michigan when he took this picture, not sure what it is, but I've sent it to a few people to see what they say. Some say it's Bigfoot carrying a baby Bigfoot. Others say it's a Bigfoot carrying a deer. Personally, think it's carrying a large infant, and I will zoom in and show you some characteristics. The creature is also pushing a wake of water.
It's like a orangutan. It's giving me orangutan vibes. That looking at it for a second time, and you can see it's like a baby Sasquatch on his shoulder. Like there ain't no orangutans in Michigan. What? This has to be a Sasquatch that ventured too far. It went too deep. She got a baby Bigfoot. Tanner by the sea. Let's go. What's up, baby? That's a baby, definitely a pale white skin. Yeah, it's like the baby Sasquatch didn't develop its color yet. Like it's still growing its fur. I'm shocked we haven't captured one yet, man. We've been yelling Bigfoot for what? Damn near 100 years now. They've been reproducing. We can't capture one, and you know, not that I'm saying I'm trying to lock it up as a zoo, but you know, I'm trying to see it in 4K, close up. You know? How crazy is that, guys? Baby Sasquatch. Look at your concerned face. I really be watching these. Look at my face, y'all. Like, these be the first time I be watching these, and I be stunned, you know? Yeah. It's Dark Waters 9. It's not Happy Waters. You know, I be seeing some stuff. Let's move on, y'all. All right, this one is gross. I ain't gonna hold y'all up. This is definitely gonna have you thinking twice about eating out. It's making me think twice. You shouldn't be eating out. You should be cooking your own food. But I get it, man. You had to go to work, gotta get something on your stomach, gotta make it. Hey, I get it. Here we go, y'all. Y'all gotta see this. I gotta show the people this so we can do better The reason I'm showing this is so we can do better.
Y'all, I just got off work. You hear me? Just got off work. Working all night. I just got off and put my kid... Bro. I just got off work. Got my kids ready for school. Took them to school. And I said, you know what? Me and my son, we're going to go to McDonald's and I'm going to get me and my baby something to eat. And then I'm going to go get me a cheesecake from Food Line. I go to...
That the cheesecake, that does sound good.
McDonald's. Why did I get me a steak, egg, and cheese biscuit? And this is in my fucking biscuit? In my steak biscuit? What is this? What is this? And it's hard. This is hard. Do you see that? Do y'all see that? It's hard.
We need to hit that in the lab and see what type of tooth that is, man. I don't even think pig teeth, cow teeth look like that, man. I don't even want to say what type of tooth it looks like. We can all use context clues. and we can, hey, come to an agreement. And what is this, y'all? Fruit Mac with the buck. Let's go, baby. Thank you. Tony, welcome. Official buckled up bucko. We just got back from Korean barbecue. We had to cook it. It was awesome. That sounds good, man. What all did you cook? Let us know. Don't gatekeep. If y'all got some good spots, don't gatekeep. Drop your favorite place to eat in the comments so we can talk about it, man. We need good places to eat because this ain't it. There's more.
And it was in my steak.
I didn't know McDonald's sold steak. I'm gonna be honest. Like they do breakfast food, don't they? Is it like a breakfast item? I normally get the sausage egg McMuffins. I tell them to add an extra piece of sausage and a bacon. You know, I ain't gonna lie, it be hitting, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but I know it's not good for us. And that Coke, it's just something about that Coke, man. It just be like, it just zings you up. Like you'll be sipping it and you be like, man, this Coke is fire. I hate to say that. I'm gonna be honest, you know, but especially if your McDonald's, if you got a good McDonald's that makes it fresh, like 90% of these McDonald's, they don't care. You're going to get some stale old food. Your hash brown going to be flippy floppy, you know, but the one near my house, man, they be putting in work. I ain't going to lie. Them boys be coming out fresh. You know, I don't even got to ask them. If I get a double fish, no tartar sauce, man, my fish be coming steaming. I bite into it and you hit one of these. You know, when it's hot, you know, you see steam coming off of it. That's how it should be. But all McDonald's ain't going to be like that, man. I'm going to be honest. I'm normally disappointed. But this right here is another level that makes me not want to go back. I don't care how good that damn sausage egg McMuffin is. You know, this right here, what's going in the meat?
Yo, I am so disgusted right now. I feel so freaking nauseated. Like, what is this?
Imagine biting into a steak sandwich. You chewing it and what is that? No, you gotta record this. The people gotta see this, y'all.
McDonald's, you know what? I stopped fucking with y'all, but I kept going there, getting the double cheeseburgers, because my baby love y'all sour ass double cheeseburgers.
They double cheeseburgers really ain't that good. They quarter pounders, all that then fell off. It's not like it used to. I just get the breakfast. You know, they nuggets ain't good no more. You can get the nuggets from like, I think like Sam's Club or Costco. They sell the exact same ones if you gotta have the nuggets. And you can fry it, air fry it, do it yourself.
Man, you know what? I'm over it. I am over it. Y'all are getting so reckless with it. Like, look at this. I'm sitting here thinking like, is this the side tooth of out of a human's mouth? But then again, this come out of a dog. Like, what is this?
It looked like one of these, y'all. It looks like one of these. You know, and how it got there, that's disturbing.
Bro, what is this? I even tried to, like, look at that. Y'all look at that. I tried to even break it. Look at.
Even if it is, let's just say hypothetically it is an animal. Do you know how reckless you gotta be or how savage a company's gotta be just to be dumping animals? You know, just to be like, let's give them their meat. You know, to dump the whole animal in, at least cut the meat out. Don't just throw the whole head in and the whole body. You know, at least butcher the ground beef out, you know, before y'all start. Man, this is disturbing, man. This might be one of the most disturbing videos I didn't watch in a long time.
Bro, look at that. Look at this. I don't know what the fuck this is. Can somebody let me know in the comments, what do I need to do about this? Where can I take this to get this examined? Like, y'all share this video. So I need to know what I need to do. Where can I take this? Because if I take it back to them, that didn't come out of here.
They'll say, you want us to remake it? We can remake it for you. You want us to remake it or you want a refund? Nah, what would y'all do, man? If this happens to you, what would you do? What would you do?
Yo, look at that. Yo, I'm so fucking disgusted. I'm so fucking disgusted.
Oh, it is breakfast. Look, they got the patty there. Yikes. Talk to me, y'all. Duke Nukem. Wow, it makes my stomach sick to my stomach. That is breakfast too. Well, the Tooth Fairy come and leave a coupon for free next time. Sky, you a beast for that comment. Put it under my pillow. Wow, y'all is ruthless. Quit touching it. I feel you, Nick. Avoid McDonald's. She probably put it there. Where would she get a tooth from, Stu? A denture? Kurt said just throw it in the trash. Quit complaining about it. Y'all ruthless. Alright. Let's move on, y'all. What we got up to bat? Oh man. This is gonna be a controversial one, but I don't care. think they quoting scripture, y'all. If anybody in any sorority or something, y'all let me know what they saying. I can't. All I hear is 1995, and they looking up. I don't know if they calling their ancestors or what's going on, but this is looking kind of some type of possession going on, if you ask me.
Y'all, the video lasted for 2 minutes. I can't watch all of that. This is
They yelling for 2 minutes, keeping their head on a swivel, yelling them demonic quotes. What's going on here, man? I hope she breaks it down.
Spelman College. Look how beautiful these young women are. These young ladies. They're in college. Spelman College. And I'm sorry to say, it looked like rituals, and it also looked very demonic. It looked like they're possessed. They have their heads going up like a demon, and they're twirling their head back and forth. This went on for like 2+ minutes. I can't. What's the point in reacting to it that long? Y'all, the devil is really attacking our youth, and they've been doing it. They've been doing this such thing in college. Now, look at the times that we're living in. Now our pastors, these pastors, not my pastor, these pastors are convincing people to be a part of these fraternities and sororities. Let's watch more, because a young lady said that she don't want to be a part of this mess no more. Let's watch it.
Very recently, within like the last 90 days, I feel like God hasn't really been like calling me to himself. And he's given me the grace to have a hunger and a thirst and a desire for him like I've never had before. And so during this time, he's really been sharing with me a lot of things and uncovering a lot of things in my life that are just not okay with him. And so one of the things that has come up is Spelman College and the covenant that I made with the demon that is operating behind Spelman College, and the demonic covenants that are there, and all of the rituals and all of the things that are going on. I'll say that, going to Spelman College, now a lot of people know what Spelman College is, right? It's claimed to be one of the most illustrious, female black women colleges in the nation or in the world.
I didn't know that. I thought Harvard, was the best school. MIT. What's another good one? Harvard and MIT. That's all I know, man. Your boy, we on Dark Waters 9 University around here. I ain't gonna make y'all do none of that. You know what I'm saying? We battle enough demons. You fight 1 or 2 demons, hey, that's your entry level to get into Dark Waters 9 University. Let's go.
World, really, right? And so it's very sought after, very prestigious in the black community and in many communities.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, I thank God that she got out of it, and I pray that when other young women, whoever, will watch this video and get out of it. Thank God that she did, and I just pray more follow her. Let's pray for the youth. Let's pray. If you know somebody's a part of this, let them know that they have joined a cult. They have joined the side of Satan. That they need to find Jesus, because Jesus loves you. You don't have to be a part of all of this. Confess your sins to God. He will forgive you. Listen, we're living in a time of trouble, and it will be more trouble though. You seeing the little bit that is going on, it's going to get worse. And a lot of people are not going to make it. But I'm pleading with you, especially the youth. You're not too young to find Jesus. Find him. Repent of your sins. It's not too late right now, but it can be.
You can go to college and you don't got to do this. I feel like this is extra credit. You trying to get into the cool kids club, you want to walk with the jacket. I get it, but it's just kind of crazy to me, the different rituals and stuff that these fraternities, make you do. It's on some like a Illuminati club. Who originally started this is the question I want to make. And you got to think about the name too. Spellman. Could they be casting spells? Evans in the building with the 999. Yale, that's another one. Yale. Harvard, Yale. You know, thank you. You know, you ain't got to take part in this, you know, to do the extra credit. Just get your certificate. Just get your piece of paper that says you followed the rules and go on with your life. You know, you ain't, you know, y'all tell me, man. Let's move on. What else we got cooking? Ah, man. The millennial reign of Christ is in our past. Y'all, keep your head on the swivel with this next one, man. Eat the meat and spit out the bones. Shout out to I Go By William for doing this breakdown, you know. It's before we get started on this, the thing about the millennial reign, if it already did happen, that means what? It's in Satan's little season, I guess. And that's not that much time. Like, we got tops like 250 years. Like, I believe the last reset, theoretically, allegedly, for entertainment purposes only, was around 1750s, 1800s is when the last reset probably popped off. So we got what? 250 years since then? It's what? 2025? You know, it's like, when is the Satan's little season gonna be up? If the millennial reign already did happen. I don't think it did, but let's hear what he's talking about.
Year 2025, when in reality it's the year 1315. I made this whole, they lied and said it's the year 2025, when in reality it's the year 1315. I made this whole video and then it got deleted. So this is a video that definitely needs to get out. This whole theory rests on the fact that the millennial reign of Christ has already happened, and they added time, fake history, to obscure the fact that Christ already reigned. This is the partially fake timeline that they say that we are on right now. In the beginning,
they could have added 1,000 years without the millennial reign already happening, but I don't know, y'all. I do not know. I wasn't there. I do not know. Do I believe that this is relevant to your salvation? No, but it's interesting. You know, it does explain a lot.
the beginning of this is okay. So Jesus was born around 0 AD. And from 30 to 33 AD, he does his ministry, dies on the cross, resurrected from the dead. The destruction of the temple, 70 AD, all that checks out. The early church spreads. That's all fine. Roman Empire declines. All right, we'll just leave that there. But then here's where the big issue comes in. Right here, the Dark Ages, between 500 and 1500 AD. So that's essentially 500 to 1,000 years of no innovation, no cultural innovation, no literature, no nothing. People were just twiddling their thumbs in the dark, just sitting around.
Talk about it in the comments. This is the community to talk about it, y'all. The years are missing. I agree. Brainstorm. I don't think that was AI generated. They really be doing crazy stuff like that. You definitely got to keep your head on the swivel. 100%.
Isn't that suspicious? Doesn't that raise any red flags? Just in the last 20 to 30 years of your country, look at all the changes that have happened, or your city, or whatever. We don't just sit around. Human beings don't just sit around for 1,000 years and do nothing. No innovation.
No innovation. What he was about to say, quick interjection. I'm going to let him talk for a little bit. That reminds me of Adam. Like, you got to think about the earlier years of like how everyone used to live for 900 years, 800 years, 700 years. Do you think someone living that long wouldn't, technologically advance? Look at how smart we get when we turn 30 or 40. You become wise, you know not to do this, not to do that. Imagine you're 500, not even 800. Imagine you've been on the earth for 500 years. Do you know how smart you are? You're gonna be? You know, all the technological advances, you know, the ways to make stuff easier. Do you think they just was farming for 800 years? You know, it makes you think.
Innovation, that's fake. Now, Satan was bound. Now, I believe the millennial reign of Christ already happened. So Satan was bound for 1,000 years. And guess who would call it the Dark Ages? If you're Satan and you're bound in the abyss for 1,000 years, pitch black, you can't see jack squat in your face for 1,000 years, yeah, that's the Dark Ages for him. And when he got out after the end of millennial reign, he told the Luciferians, yeah, let's call it the Dark Ages. They added fake kings, queens, popes, wars in the Dark Ages. All that stuff is fake. I believe it's fake. Okay. And then we have the Protestant Reformation. We come up to the 1700s. We have Enlightenment, Industrial Age, the fake wars, fake Revolutionary War. I don't think Revolutionary War happened. Probably fake Civil War too. Probably fake too. 1900s to now, the Christians.
Hey, don't get mad at me. This is just a reaction video. I don't need y'all coming after me. Don't come for me, bucko.
A lot of Christians are banking on the rapture. I love my rapture brothers and sisters in Christ. I don't think it's going to happen. But Christ is going to return soon.
Hey, we love you too, man. Even if you think the 1,000-year reign happened already, we love you too. We all on the same side. We both can agree that our salvation isn't dependent on thinking that the 1,000-year reign already didn't happen, but it does answer a lot of questions.
And it's better for us to prepare to endure with Christ to the end on the earth than to hope and put your faith in and escape. And then the alien invasion. So this is the fake, partially fake timeline that they say that we live on. Now, I believe this is the true timeline, and this is a work in progress, all right? Everyone relax. So the beginning of this is the same as the other one, all right? Christ is born. Jesus does his ministry. He dies on the cross and resurrected from the dead between 30 to 33 AD. And then the tribulation. The temple is destroyed. Judgment was brought to Jerusalem, to the Jews, for crucifying the Messiah of the world. Between 66 and 73 AD was the Great Tribulation. Rome destroyed the temple. The abomination of desolation essentially circled Jerusalem. All that stuff is historically verified. Jesus predicted the future. It was corroborated by Josephus, a non-Christian historian in the first century. Josephus talked about, he documented people seeing soldiers in chariots in the sky. They heard crowds of people talking in the clouds. Stuff like that. A lot of Christians don't even know about that stuff. Research Josephus, the Jewish wars. Okay.
We need to write that down, don't we? Josephus, Christian wars. Hold on, I need a pen. Because that lines up to the coins. Y'all, if y'all... I don't even want to go down this rabbit hole, man. It gets dark. It gets dark. Somebody write this down in the comments so I don't forget, man. I'm doing too much. What he just said, Josephus and something. But I gotta show you these coins. You can't find these coins easily, man. That's why I'm gonna put them on my website. When you type in Tartarian coins, nothing. All right, here it is. I'm gonna blow this up. And the scary part about this, you know, they got YHWH right on the UFO. That's the scary part. If I can find it. But I got 3 videos where I go deep on those. Like, you gotta go back. We'll pull it up now because we on it, man. We talking about Josephus. Somebody write it down. It was Josephus and what? Let me get my pen because I gotta research that. Man, I don't got one coin nowhere. I mean, no, I don't have one Josephus UFOs. That's what I said, right? Is that what I said? Is that what? Let me go back. We gotta find this. Let me hear what he said real quick. Well, let me pull up these coins. Let's we gotta take our time with this, y'all. Let me show you these coins because these coins, I really don't want to, but we have to. Here it is. Lord.
It reads J.
Damn, you know the video's good if they put that. If they put the I don't even want to say it. Full screen. Look. This is your boy's video, man. They hit us with the, you know, so you know if they do that in the video, man, we might be saying a little bit too much. For entertainment purposes only. Do not come for me for context. None of this is factual. It's just entertainment. YouTube for context. But I don't want to do it.
Do you see the God name over the city? Notice the buildings and towers and the boats. Here is the same coin with the building towers and boats. The God name is in the UFO. The alien gods of the Bible destroy first America. There was two Americas. We don't remember the first one. First America was destroyed by alien beings. Second America was resurrected by the bloodline families. The Anunnaki are wild men, a genetic experiment, and they have a creator too. I believe the feathered reptilian that flies a UFO placed their DNA in humans and used as a mating vessel. Now the beast is less hairy and looks more human.
Never forget the first time they kissed by a lizard.
Family, does Hollywood really create their own scripts, or are they showing you true events in the form of entertainment? Do you see the word vor on the coin? V-O-R-E. This is what they want. Vor, Latin.
Y'all can read what vor means. But look, we got this sword. There's the Hebrew for the YHWH. You know, these coins definitely tell a story. And look at this. What are they trying to depict here? We got an old drawing of a UFO. It looks like, what is this dude doing right here? Is this a person? Is this some type of channeling demon? aiming at this UFO. And what is this red liquid? Could it be mercury? It's not Kool-Aid. It could be something else. And look up here. It looks like we have an angel using some type of vibrational frequency. Both of them are aimed at this UFO. Like they're almost working together. And if we look at the buildings in the background, definitely some Tartarian type structures, y'all. So, y'all tell me. So when my man was talking about Josephus and these UFOs, this was the first thing that came to mind. All these different coins. This is I'll put this video in the comments. After this live is done, I'll put this video in the comments so you guys can go see this if you haven't seen it already. Look. It's like a cup coming out. Look at all the eyes in the cup, man. This is definitely a deep dive episode. It makes you think. Look at these things in the sky. Could these things be UFOs as well? Talk to me, It's called red mercury vampire blood. I'm not gonna gatekeep nothing, y'all. I'll let y'all have it. As soon as I got some information, I'm giving it to y'all. I'm not gatekeeping nothing. All right, let's go back to what my man was talking about. I want to see what he was just talking about.
Stuff like that. A lot of Christians don't even know about that stuff. Research. He documented people seeing soldiers and chariots in the sky. They heard crowds of people talking in the clouds. Stuff like that. A lot of Christians don't even know about that stuff. Research Josephus, the Jewish Wars.
Okay, the Jewish Wars. Well, I know what we're going to go live on next. Next episode, we're going to dive. I'm going to have this all bunched together, man. We got so many bangers coming up. Oh my goodness. Lord, please guide me.
Okay. Like Christ kept his word. He sent forth his angels and all that stuff. It all already happened. Nero was the Antichrist. Nero Caesar, his name in gematria in Latin and Hebrew equals 666. He was the Antichrist. They deleted 1 million Jews during the Great Tribulation of 66 to 73 AD. The Great Tribulation already happened. Nero wanted to be worshipped as God. He had a mark system, beast system, all that. It already happened. Okay? And so then, in 66 to between 66 and 1070 AD was the millennial reign of Christ.
Blazing Phoenix 82, Ron Wyatt, the Ark of the Covenant. Never heard testimony like his before. Definitely worth a look. Yeah, I believe that they found the Ark on like some Turkey hills. Like they found like the Ark on like a giant mountain, and it was like buried in Turkey, I believe. I think Ron Wyatt was covering that. I think I heard of that. Thank you for the $10 donation. And guys, please hit that like button. It's free. Share this video. Help your boy out.
All right. Satan was bound in the abyss for 1,000 years. Tartaria was the physical evidence of the millennial reign of Christ. All those beautiful stone and marble buildings built with precision and perfection and perfect symmetry. And they say that it was all done by hammer and chisel with no cranes, no bulldozers, nothing, which is a lie. All that stuff is from the millennial reign of Christ.
And I can see that. I'm not going to lie, because I believe there's a part in the Bible where it says this temple wasn't built by human hands. What did he mean by that? Please, somebody explain that to me. When he said these temples weren't built by human hands, what did he mean? Was he referring to these?
Either the people had amazing technology or they had angelic help from angels to pull that off. Okay? If you look at those buildings, it does not make sense for them to have done that by hand. Also, in some of these buildings, you have the letter I or J and then 3 numbers. So like J875 or something like that, which is year of our Lord 875, or year 875 in the millennial reign of Christ. There are also coins that are the same way. The millennial reign ended only 250 years ago, roughly. And so we're living right now, I think, in 1315. If you remove the Dark Ages and remove all that fake history, all the fake wars and fake kings and queens and all that stuff, you take all that stuff out, we're in the year 1315 or anywhere between 1315 and 1319. Okay? And then we're going to have an alien invasion that's coming probably in the next 8 to 10 years. And
we both agree on that. Like, in the next at least 25 years, something's going to pop off, man. I don't know if they trying to power up those pyramids, get another reset going. They going to Project BBS. Something's coming, man. It's been too quiet. NASA's been too quiet. You know, it's after that, you know, stunt they pulled with Carrie Perry and all them in space. You know what I'm saying? It's the jig's up, man. Everyone knows. Like, people are waking up. Like, in about 20 years, 30 years from now, we might have a president running, talking about, oh, I'm about to tell y'all, you know, the land's beyond the wall. You know, they might be really exposing some stuff, man. And they can't keep lying, you know, because when you say one lie, you got to keep covering it with another lie and another lie and another lie and another lie. And, you know, people aren't stupid. You know, we can see the truth. You know, if you can blindly look at something and just go with the flow, okay, I get it. But if you can really take the time and process what these people are saying and what they are doing, it's millions. I believe NASA gets what, 50 million a day or something? You know, they owe up. We need NASA reparations.
the aliens are important because, you know, the Earth is flat, by the way, if you didn't know that.
That's entertainment purposes only, YouTube. That's, you know, that's up for debate.
That the Earth is flat. It sounds moronic, sounds idiotic, but it's the only thing that makes sense. Okay, and they need you to believe in space and round Earth stuff because they need you to believe in aliens. Because we're all going to band together to fight against the aliens, when in reality, we're going to be banding together to fight against Christ. Others who have presented that fake history was added to our timeline. One of them is Anatoly Fomenko, who's a Russian mathematician. He created the new chronology theory, and he said that essentially fake history was added during the Renaissance period. Also, Hedebert Elig, who created the phantom time hypothesis, and he was saying that around 300 or so years was added during the Dark Ages. Okay, I think it was way more than that. I think it's at least 700 years added. So this video is just a theory for entertainment purposes only. I'm just talking crazy. Don't take me seriously.
Please don't take me seriously. We're just kidding. This is just one big giant joke. But y'all tell me what y'all thinking, man. 60 million a day. My bad. I was off 10 million. Anthony, appreciate the buck. Jesus said, destroy this temple, and in 3 days I'll rebuild one, referring to his resurrection. John 2:19. Woo! Chris, with the $50 donation. Watch your content every night. Keep up the good work. I love the intro and your live videos too. They crack me up. Ace Combat for the win, man. Ace Combat, man. I got Ace Combat 7 on my Xbox, man. Top Gun edition. I got Ace Combat 6, from the PS2, Ace Combat 5. I haven't beat them, but man, I'm a huge Ace Combat fan. Thank you, man. Chris, I highly appreciate. Let me pin that, man. I appreciate all you guys, man. Huge shout out to Chris, man. Y'all going crazy. I might hang that on my wall. Yeah, man. Oh, I missed one. Damn. Snow Bear with the $20 Canadian. Hey, man. Here's a true story, man. My asthma medicine, they wanted $620 for my asthma medicine, man. Tell me why I was looking at getting my stuff shipped from Canada, because the medicine is cheaper over there. How crazy is that, man? Shout out to Canada, man. I love y'all. You are a dapper guy. I love watching you. Can't get enough. I watch the loop all day. Thank you so much. I'm working on a new intro, man, but it takes me like 3 days to make one intro. So I'm working on getting some more intros for y'all, man. Y'all deserve it. I'm just gonna pull an all-nighter and try to get some more intros going, man. Cause we gotta hop in something new. I said too much. I said too much, but I got a surprise for y'all, man. We turning it up on this channel. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely go harder on those intros, y'all. So tell me what y'all think, man. It's definitely it makes you think, man. And again, for clarification, I don't believe any of this matters for the whole overall picture, but it does explain a lot. All right, let's move on, y'all. All right, what we got next? Some UFOs. After looking at those coins, these UFOs hit a little bit harder, don't they? That's why I be watching these UFOs, because I'm like, man, is that us? Are they coming from the outer lands? That's why these UFOs fascinate me. And, I'm a huge science, like not science, but space, like Interstellar, Martian. I was watching Interstellar yesterday. That's my favorite movie. How cool would it be if they made a Interstellar movie, but they called it like Earthbound, and like instead of like us shooting out into some wormhole, we going beyond the edge. They ain't gonna do that, but how cool of a movie would that be? I'll call it Earthbound, starring your boy Jet Ski Chuck, and we trying to get some places and see some things. That's what I imagine. Anytime I watch a space movie, instead of them going into sector Milky Way Charter 9, I imagine that they go beyond the wall. That's how I do space movies. I kind of put my own twist on it when I'm watching it. Destiny, I love space, man. Played Destiny 2, grew up Halo, ODST, dropping down the old school ODST commercials. They got me hype. I grew up playing Halo. You know what I'm saying? Fighting the Covenant. That was me. Recon armor, Hayabusa armor with the sword on the back. I love space, y'all, but man, real eyes, real lies, real lies. Let me say that one more time. Real eyes, real lies, real lies. All right, y'all. It's time for the main event. Shout out to my boy, My Lunch Break. This is, yesterday I said I wanted to watch the episode that popped up to explain more about the Egyptians, what they're trying to do. Most iconic civilization in history may have been deliberately wiped from our view, not by time, but by design. Man, this dude deserves a YouTube Oscar for his work. Shout out to My Lunch Break. If you don't know about him, you are under a rock. This, man, he is gifted.
I've seen millions of bones buried right underneath churches and so many other things. But what we are going to talk about today, I think it upset me the most. Egypt built a dam to sink thousands of square miles.
Real quick, while this is in my head, I just wanted to say this while it's in my head before I forget. Another thing about the millennial reign, and something that doesn't really add up to me, you know, we still see a lot of humans. Like, instead of it being 2025, it makes more sense for it being like 1025. Like, that's the year we're in. Like, the millennial reign, it's a chance it could have happened and it couldn't have happened. But I do think that they took 1,000 years from us, because you can look at humans. Like, you can look at Asians, black people, every single type of race, Caucasians. You know, if we were alive for 2025, you would see more like races combined. Like, everybody would be mixed. You get what I'm saying? Like, the genes are very prominent in the American race. Like, we can look, you know, you can clearly see that they're black. You can look at another race, you can clearly see they're white. You can look at another race, you can clearly see they're Asian. And the thing I'm trying to say is that if 1,000 years had passed, more races would be, you know, combined from their kids, and everybody would be mixed, basically, is what I'm getting at. There would be a lot more mixed human beings. So that's something else crazy to think about. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about that. I wanted to tell you that while it was fresh in my head. I wanted to say it back when my boy William was talking, but we got a lot going on.
Of ancient Egyptian sites underneath water. A massive UNESCO-led effort. Between 1964 and 1968, temples in Egypt were relocated. Here we go. The Aswan High Dam was built between 1960 and 1970, right on the Nile River. This dam submerged numerous ancient Egyptian sites. A 2,030 square mile reservoir, just completely wiping out the old world's work. To be clear, they have built a dam to destroy the old world site and keep them out of our view. So we're told that they relocated temples, relocating ancient temples. When you do this, do you think something might go wrong or be changed from the original form? They're just going to move an old world temple. This is the temple that was supposedly relocated, and we're gonna blow people's minds today. This is the Abu Simbel temples, and this is where it sits today. We are told that they moved the Abu Simbel temples 656 feet inland from their original location in the 1960s. They were also raised 65 meters higher in elevation. This is insane. A complete destruction project where the relocation involved cutting the temples into over 1,000 blocks and then transporting them and reassembling them. Did you know that they did this? Did you know that this is no longer in the position that it once sat? We all know how the old world would align their structures with the stars. We now all know that this is now ruined.
Damn. I just got a crazy theory. When he lined up those stars, remember how yesterday I was talking about how these could be possibly powered by, oh my goodness. Do you remember how I was telling you yesterday how these could be powered through the black sun? Because we all know about the different spirals, the cylindrical spirals under the pyramids. What if these boys fully activated hit those stars and it created portals? Damn. Why else would it line up with the stars, guys? Those stars could be portals. And when it's hit with like those beams and the pyramid shoots a beam up, they could be opening stargates for all we know. And those UFOs go through those stargates, y'all. Damn. Wow.
We now all know that this is now ruined. Take a look at this. How many of us were taught that they chopped this site up into 1,000 pieces and moved it? This is insane that they decided to construct the dam right where all the ancient structures are. Multiple times now we have shown this. It's not just in Egypt.
You guys are saying stars are not angels. He said possibly. He said put the down. No. Well, hey, I'm just saying, y'all, it could happen, man. It's a lot of power up under those pyramids, man. And if they can harness the black sun, hey, I'm just saying, why else would the pyramids be lined with the stars? It makes sense, you know? Explain to me why they're lined up with the stars then. If that's not it, I love to hear it.
This was a worldwide tactic to hide the old world civilization and their structures from us. This is a model of where it once sat and where it is today. The model doesn't show that these were the entrances to a massive structure that is now submerged in water. And that head was not chopped off in the original. And we know this. So this entire background structure is just like Disney World. The whole thing is fake. It's not the original. The original is underwater right in front of it. This is a picture from the 1850s in its original position. So the fact that they moved this entire thing and made a Disney version of it 600 feet away.
I think angels are angels, y'all. I don't think angels are stars. That's just my, personal opinion, Like, you got to think about Michael, Gabriel, you know what I'm saying? They were warriors. How is a star in the sky going to be a warrior unless he transforms? You know what I'm saying? I look at them as actual beings. So it's just hard for your boy to see, a star unless they transforming somehow. I don't know. But my portal theory, that lines up with the pyramids, literally. Why would the pyramids be lined with the stars then? They have all that energy that they got going on up under it. Why would they do that? What if those stars was just little slits to start to getting a portal open? That's all I'm saying.
This means that whatever is there right now that we can see cannot be fully trusted as the original. We have no idea what is missing now. We don't know what used to be there. We don't know what's been removed or what has been added. If this was a crime scene, the entire location has been tampered with, rearranging it all. What's there today is not history. It's a staged replica and extremely disappointing. Just take a look at this thing. It's clearly not the original anymore. They built that with the exact same junk that's used in Orlando over at Space Mountain. So you can see how close the water is to the site. The original, I believe, is submerged in the water right here to the left. And I guarantee this is not the only thing that's under the water from this man-made dam that they built in the 1960s. What do you think we would have seen if they didn't submerge this entire location in water? What is in the water today in Egypt that they didn't want us to see? Did you know that they did this? A fortified hilltop settlement including a temple, while the upper parts of the Qasr Ibram remain above water as an island. Much of its lower layers and surrounding areas were submerged by the dam. The stupid dam that our current civilization built. Here's the top of this site now. This dam in Egypt is one of the most messed up things that I've seen in this research to this point. It's the most obvious destruction of the truth, our true history. This is an attack on who was once here and what they built. The dam goes down 364 feet. This site was first excavated once again.
Keep talking, y'all. I'm reading it. Angels were beings created by Yah. They are flesh and blood like us. That's why they fly in spaceships. They aren't spirit. They are flesh. That's what I believe, man. You know, I imagine Yahushua up in heaven. You know what I'm saying? He might see something crazy pop off. Then Michael and Gabriel behind him like, man, you want me to go get him? Nah, just sit back, man. Not yet, man. Not yet. You know, it ain't time yet. That's how I imagine the angels up there. You know, seeing them as stars, because we can zoom in on a star, y'all. We can get a Nikon P9000, whatever it's called. And we all seen it. You zoom in on a star, it's like, it looks like a amoeba or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm more leaning on the fact that those stars might be portals now, man. That's just me. You know, it's kind of hard for me. I can't say that they stars. You know, I ain't trying to convince nobody, man. You do your own research on everything. I'm just saying my paradigm, looking at it, you know, I think angels are angels, y'all.
In our timeline, in 1911, and they, of course, found cemeteries. There are still areas around the complex that were never excavated, and now never will be, because they were destroyed by the dam. I believe we are digging deeper than ever before. And the further that we go, it shows that they knew about these sites before we did. And they found the technology from the previous civilization. They found their artifacts, their tablets, the stories about who we are, what we're all doing here, and possibly what's to come. And then they destroyed the sites. I believe these flooded areas. They were just too hard to destroy at all.
And since we on this topic, I'm pulling it up. Let's pull up a star real quick, man. Because the first thing that comes to mind when we talking about stars, check this out. This is easy. This is a star, y'all. Zoomed in. Some people claim that you can see God's hand behind the star waving. You know, how crazy is that? Could it be a star? I don't know. It's a wheel within a wheel. We can kind of see a cross in it. Not that a cross has anything to do with it, but you could definitely see a hand waving. What if this is a portal to heaven or a different dimension? Because they are always in the same spot. Well, not, they move, you know, according to the solstice, but, you know. So I can't go. When y'all saying these are angels, you know. But I love to hear it, man. Talk to me. We can talk. Watchers? Oh, okay. So they might be different. You got watchers and actual angels? I don't know. But this comes to mind, you know? All right, let's get back to it.
I believe they had tunnel networks. They had palaces that would possibly be more incredible than the Great Pyramids. And this is why they needed to flood it. Because they couldn't just light it on fire. They needed to build a dam to submerge miles and miles of structures that would expose their false narrative. It would expose that we had a reset. And something massive happened very recently. And exactly like we have shown, this isn't just one location. There are many, in so many countries, that submerged miles of old world sites into the water and destroyed them in the 1900s. The Amada Temple was also relocated and elevated between 1964 and 1975. This is the exact years we've been talking about, even over in Turkey. But its original surrounding, context villages and cemeteries, was lost. Again, we are not seeing the actual site today. And none of this was taught to me in my history classes. I had no idea that ancient Egypt, the good stuff, is actually underwater. Under the entire dam. Under a body of water that was purposely put there in the 1900s. Because our timeline just decided to do that. Not because of natural causes. This was deliberate. Here's a photo of the Amada Temple before they moved it. The new one looks identical to the original. No. Take a look at the original. It looks like a connection for the network of tunnels. Somewhere to come out of. And we are just getting started today. Welcome to episode 121 of my lunch break. I hope you're all having a great day. And if you're new, welcome. (1775) and Rumble teamed up to launch the first anti-aging.
Joy Lee, Stephanie Nolan, the Burlesons, Suez KC, Edwin Channel out a lot.
Texas in the house. Hi, Pete. Other than that, they really don't teach us too much. A good teacher taught us some good ancient stuff. Kawasaki Chuck. There's Tanner by the Sea. There's different kinds of angels. And if you read the Ethiopian Bible in the book of Enoch, it will clearly explain that to you. Plasma orbs made by the Elohim to watch over us. So those are the watchers. Okay. All right. See, that's why we talk. So we can figure this out. In the good book, it says a console is good. You know, like the Jedi console. We got the console going on right now in the chat. Tanner by the Sea. We on some SG-1 type stuff tonight. Oh, y'all funny, man. I love y'all, man. I really do. We gonna figure it out.
When they filled this location up with water between 1964 and 1976, it submerged an estimated 90% of all archaeological sites in ancient Egypt, including unexcavated graves. What wasn't dug up remains underwater graves. The previous civilization yet again. The experts, the excavators, when they'd record the structures and objects, they wouldn't count the skeletons. Human remains were often just noted because they were all over this place, and they still are today. They're just under the water. This is a massive burial site, and we know this. We have seen this. Necropolises all over the world. And again, I would bet that they have 6 fingers and 6 toes. I would bet that most of them did not look like us. And this is a massive reason they needed to fill it with water. If you're interested in this, I'll say it again. You need to go watch episode 113 after this. With over 1,000 sites surveyed. Over 1,000 sites now underneath the lake. Cemeteries, settlements, fortresses, temples, and rock inscriptions. They literally just built a dam and covered over 1,000 sites with water within the last 100 years. And nobody said anything. So why don't we all just go in there and investigate today? Let's get a scuba team together and go down there. Well, guess what? You can't. Restricted access to archaeological zones, like Lake Nasser. Lake Nasser is governed by the Antiquities Protection Law.
Sounds like an Antarctic treaty for the water.
All to prevent looting, damage, or disturbance. They are protecting against us? They think that we're gonna go in there and damage it? Damaging it. Who's the one that actually damaged over 1,000 sites? Who destroyed it all with a massive amount of water in the 1960s and 1970s? Who?
Hey, happy birthday, Nick. I got you, man.
Did this? Was it us? No, Egypt's government did this. And then they turn around and they won't even let you go in the water and go see what's down there because they think that you're gonna go damage it. This is insane. Over 1,000 flooded sites from ancient Egypt, like temples, cemeteries, and fortresses, are considered protected heritage. Diving to explore them without a permit from the Ministry of Tourism and Antiquities, or the Supreme Council of Antiquities, would violate these regulations. Permits are rarely, if ever, issued to tourists. This man-made lake is monitored by Egyptian authorities, including police and military. Off limits to the public. And I wonder why. Off limits to the public, just like we've shown in episode 107, 109, and episode 114. Over 1,000 ancient Egyptian sites submerged in hundreds of feet of water on purpose. And then all of us, we are restricted from diving to investigate. The more restriction that is put on a site, the more walls that are put up, or in this case, water, the more it makes you wonder, what is down there that they don't want us to see?
Oh, it's your birthday too? Hey, y'all get it in. Cat, happy birthday. Hey, I'm glad you guys liked the line live. They aligned the stars for a reason. Ancient builders mirrored constellations like Orion and Pleiades.
The more they try to hide something, the bigger the treasure. And we know this. A dam is not what we thought it was. It's literally a destruction project. Hundreds of cemeteries were flooded. These contained invaluable artifacts like pottery. Of course, nobody cares about the pottery anymore. We don't want to see it. It's all fake, and it was made in some warehouse. Jewelry and human remains. We know they had texts. They found tablets, and they found the Nephilim, all buried in this location. Again, go watch episode 113 after this. You'll understand exactly why I keep saying 6 fingers and 6 toes. 1,000 sites currently underwater in ancient Egypt. I can't get over this. What was submerged? A massive city is submerged.
Heraklion. I believe Heraklion was submerged. Yeah, Heraklion. I did an episode a long time ago about that. Heraklion, that's a dive.
The city of Aniba, sitting in the heart of the region that is flooded by Lake Nasser, where they just gave it all away. A necropolis, a massive cemetery with rock-cut tombs for Egyptian viceroys and local Nubian elites. The Nephilim, stretching over a kilometer, a massive burial site. Again, submerging it all, submerging 50 acres and the entire city. Are you kidding me right now? How can we ever possibly look at ancient Egypt the same ever again? Its history is completely shredded forever now. Possibly the most incredible stuff was purposely destroyed and submerged underwater in the 1960s and 1970s. And nobody's talked about this ever since. This is shocking. The UNESCO did a terrible job. If their job was to save the old world's work, they did a great job of doing the complete opposite, where the UNESCO partially explored Aniba before it was flooded, uncovering tombs, artifacts, and so much more. Why didn't they save it? It wasn't relocated because of its size. The whole town, where the water rose faster than the excavation could keep up. Only select artifacts were salvaged. The rest was left to the lake. Who did this? Who went in there and destroyed ancient Egypt and got away with it? Should we keep going? Let's thank all of our badge members, all of our Patreons, and every single subscriber, and everyone who likes the episodes. You are all awesome. We are growing this community every single week. Brand new people are now seeing this information because of all of you. We are on YouTube, Rumble, X, Instagram, TikTok, Rockfin, and Spotify. The fortress walls, temple ruins, residential streets, and hundreds of tombs are now underwater. Who is responsible for this? Who decided that over 1,000 ancient Egyptian sites needed to be underwater? Who did this? Gamal Abdel Nasser, Egypt's president. He was the mastermind and final decision maker. Nasser launched the High Dam project after the 1952 coup. He approved the construction in 1960, fully knowing that it would flood the 1,000 old world sites. And he died in 1970, right after the dam's completion. There is over 1,000 sites.
That is super suspicious. They did the same thing in China. It was a deliberate, they made the dams so everything could get washed away. I remember watching the episode that they did the exact same thing in China. It is a mastermind cover-up. We got to give these evildoers some more credit, man, because not that it's a good thing, but man, they are doing their best to hide everything for us. I wonder if they make underwater drones. They need to make drones that can fly and go underwater. Because we can go up in there and try to see what's really going on, y'all. Man, these evil doers are masterminding, aren't they?
From ancient Egypt that are now submerged here. The true history of ancient Egypt is underneath that water. This is unbelievable.
Hey, it's not my birthday. It's my boy Nick's and Cat. It's their birthday, not mine. And I say happy G-Day. I ain't blowing out no candles, so happy G-Day to y'all. You remember what Prince said? Every time you blow out those candles, you get older. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna catch me blowing no candles out.
Unbelievable, including Buhan, a kingdom fortress with 5-meter thick walls, a military hub. This is now underwater today. All of this, a massive castle in ancient Egypt, a Christian cathedral, as well as hundreds of cemeteries, just like we said. All of it is now underwater. This is a clear destruction project, 20 years from start to finish. And the weirdest part, and to give it all away, that we are of course correct, they could have built the dam somewhere else. They chose to do this and destroy ancient Egypt with options upstream. The Nile south of Aswan had other spots for a dam. There were multiple options, and they chose to destroy our past with this stupid dam, sinking our true history forever. Over 1,000 ancient sites, gone. They're buried beneath hundreds of feet of water and wiped off the map in a deliberate effort to hide the old world.
Hey, Cat, there you go.
Temples, a staged replica. The Amada Temple, ripped from its true location. The lost city of Aniba. It's all flooded before excavation could even finish. They found it and wiped it off our map. They could have built the dam in other locations. They didn't have to build it here. They chose to build it there. They chose to submerge the old world's work, their cities, and then they locked it down. No diving, no exploring, all off limits to the public. So what did they find there before the flood? What is still down there? Graves, fortresses, tombs, and I believe something much bigger. Something that would shatter the mainstream historical narrative in a second. I believe the real history of Egypt isn't in the textbooks. It's underwater. And the deeper that we dig, the clearer that it gets. And this isn't just Egypt. Again, this is worldwide. A worldwide cover-up. We're exposing it all, and we are just getting started.
My lunch break, another masterpiece, banger after banger. He doesn't miss. It's impossible for that man to miss. Yeah, man. A lot of those photos, I believe, were in Heraklion as well. That was an underwater trading post. From, if I remember correctly, it was like the hub of trading for Egypt was called Heraklion. Let me see if I can pull a little bit up for us. Fire Marshal Bill, let me show you something. We got to go way back for that Heraklion. But I remember it because I just was fascinated that all this stuff underwater Egypt, I just thought it was natural rain that hit. But nah, these boys are targeting, flooding. There it is. See if I can find us a little bit. Heraklion, y'all. They might have gave them a little bit of access to pull up a couple. This is all underwater, obviously, but you know, Heraklion.
Sunken city of Heracleion in Alexandria, Egypt.
Heraklion. AI could be saying it wrong or me. How cool is that? We really going underwater now to see this stuff. They've been busting the noses off for thousands of years. Even underwater, they punching the noses off and chopping the hands off, so we can't see that it was 6 fingers.
Sunken city of Heracleion.
They got a whole sunken city, Heraklion. Man, I love the name of that. Look at this. These mega structures under this. Your boy was clean back in the day, man. Look at the butters your boy got. Look at the beard. Yo, I was trying, man. It'd be rough now on these waters every day, man. But back in the day, I had the butters popping for y'all. I did my best, man. Look, you can see that boy even lotioned up. Woo! This, we might be on to something with this one, guys. Let's keep diving in. Right off the bat, those things remind me of the tablets of Thoth. Right off the bat. What music is that? I need that for my Dark Waters 9. I can't even do that no more. I be trying to fade my hair. I be struggling, man. The fade, it's rough, man. Your boy isn't going through it. These resemble Greek. KP90, happy birthday. It's not my birthday. They don't know the word. Soon we will see the abomination of desolation only after it takes place. Jesus comes back. Read May 24, 529. Do not be deceived. They are wrong. Uh-oh. Thank you for the donation, brother, but it's not my birthday. This looks Greek to me, doesn't it? What does it look like to you guys? Some type of Greek shield. Looks like they found a baby ram. Has to be I was just about to say GD Lamp. Bro, why did you say that? I was just about to say that. You took the words out of my mouth. Wow, they got a sphinx head right under there. Large structures. How do you pronounce it? Heraklion? I love the name. That's a tight name. Heraklion. That's going straight to the Smithsonian. We'll never see it. Yeah, y'all, I think that's it. Yeah, this is a whole episode. This is an hour-long episode. We diving into Heraklion, y'all. That's another one. But yeah, that's it for the live, man. I had a lot of fun with y'all today, man. It's 12 o'clock. Yeah, we got it in. What's the code word? The code word is underwater Egypt. When you drop underwater Egypt in the comments below, that means you made it all the way through the video. And I just want to say thank you, man. Thank you for the support. Thank you for all the donations. Huge shout out to Chris, Snow Bear, everyone else, all the new members, everyone that liked, shared the video, watching this. Thank you, y'all. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. And I just want to say thank you, man. I'm gonna try to do this more often, man. I'm gonna try to go live a lot more because I really enjoy these. You know, I like how we can connect. You know, seek counsel. In the good book, it says, you know, seek counsel. I feel like y'all the counsel. You know, we all can come together and figure stuff out. Cat with the $10 plasma pyramid tip. Pinned on TT. I don't care about recognition. Just get the info out there. I appreciate that. I appreciate that 100%, y'all. And I just want to say thank you guys. This was a lot of fun, and I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. I'm probably only gonna do one tomorrow. Who knows? I might do two, man. It depends on how I'm feeling. But hey, this was Mysterious TikToks that kept your boy up all night. I'm Jet Ski Chuck. Till next time.